What's up, everybody, and welcome to this quick little Re-Legend update video. I know a lot of you guys, after I posted my last video, were asking for more updates and more information. And even though that video was posted about 6 months ago, there hasn't been all that much in terms of updates and gameplay things that I thought was really necessary to make a video on. However, today I kind of wanted to just go back throughout those 6 months and update you on all the things that we've learned. One of the main reasons I wanted to throw this video together is because they have announced that the beta is coming very soon. So that means I'm going to be making a ton more videos. I'm going to be streaming live on my Twitch account, which you can see in the description below. So we're going to be getting a ton of information very soon, but I just wanted to go back and cover all the updates that have been made up to this point. So let's jump right in. So I mentioned earlier in this video that they had announced that the beta is coming very soon, and as you can see by this tweet, it says, "Any idea when the beta will be released?" And they said, "Hello, the beta will be live very soon." So this was posted on March 12th, and they said they were shooting for Q1 of 2018 to let the beta go live. We're coming up quite closely to the end of Q1, but it looks like they're still going to be making that deadline, maybe missing it by a little bit, but it is coming very soon. So I'm really excited about that. So hopefully this means that within the next couple of weeks, we will be seeing that. Also, another thing that I found too was I was looking on Twitch, and in Twitch, Re-Legend is actually included in their game catalog. So I know they use the Giant Bomb catalog of games, so somebody may have just added this, but it may have been the developers getting ready to have their game streamed and showcasing their game on Twitch. So there's only 6 followers right now. One of them is me, but this goes to show, or it could potentially show, that we are ramping up very closely to the start of the beta. All right, so here I'm just looking at the Kickstarter page right here. As you can see, August 25th, holy shit, that's a long time ago. That's when the Kickstarter was completed, and since then we've gotten a handful of updates. A lot of them are just going through things like the Pick a Magnus, which means that people get to vote on which creature they'd like to see in the game. So I'm gonna run through the bigger ones right now, and then afterwards I'll go through all the Pick a Magnus just to show you guys all the stuff that they will be adding. So starting here is one of the bigger things. So we got some information regarding the Vodka Kitchen. It's nothing crazy, but we did get a little bit of information about the fish as well in a previous, or in a future update, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But one thing that I really wanted to focus on here is the Vodka Kitchen. So as they say, you will be able to unlock a pair of chefs in the game named the Chef Twins, which are these people, I assume. And each of them has their own unique sets of recipes that will let you get to know the story behind them, and will let you do different cooking things. With the new chef in town, you'll be able to cook a lot of food using the fish you've caught, crops you've cultivated, and materials you've found during your adventures. So this, again, it's not a huge update, which is why I didn't really want to cover it originally, but that's cool that there will be a couple of different chefs that will be providing different recipes. I know in a lot of these games, cooking is very important, so that's something that you'll be able to put your fish and crops and other stuff into, and I'm not sure what buffs those will give you, if they will give you buffs at all, but I'm sure we'll be seeing this a lot more fleshed out once the beta is released. So the second big update that they've told us about, which kind of contains a little bit more substantial information, is this one, the monthly update number 6, which goes into a little bit of depth about the fishing mechanics in the game. So over here, we can see that they have included small, medium, and large fish in the game. So that means there's going to be different varieties of fish in terms of size. They've said that the large fish are going to be harder to catch than the small fish. Again, that's probably going to be associated with some sort of skill akin to, I don't know, other farming games of that sort. But they've showed off a couple of different fish types. We have the butternut here, which is a small fish. We have a co-star, which is this guy up here. A medium-sized anglerfish, and as you can see, just a couple more, as well as the large and lovable rabbit ray. This thing has been featured in a couple of their promotional materials. In the original video, you can see the character basically riding this across the screen. So I'm assuming that you'll be able to ride the large ones. Again, this has not been confirmed, but I'm assuming that the large ones will be rideable in some sort. Again, they might have abilities along with them, but we haven't known. They haven't really confirmed that stuff yet. So, but these just are a couple of different fish, so it's pretty cool. Again, you'll be able to put these all in your fish farm, which is going to be just a little pond area that you can kind of chuck your fish into, and I'm assuming they're going to breed. You're going to be able to harvest them. So it gives a little bit of variety to the fishing mechanic, rather than just catching fish and selling them or using them in recipes, you'll actually be able to do a little bit more with them, and I think that's pretty cool. Another thing they touch on here is that you will not be able to catch them all in one place. So, I mean, that makes sense. There's going to be a lot of different biomes in this game. So that means you're going to be having to go to different places to catch all of these fish and fill up your Fishpedia. So pretty, again, not the biggest update in the world, but just something that I thought I'd throw out there. Again, we're going to be seeing this a lot more in the beta. So stay tuned for that. So the third and final thing that I wanted to touch on that I thought was of note was them touching a little bit on the legendary Magnus that will be tameable and catchable in this game. So here's a special reveal of the legendary Magnus, as you can see on screen right now. It's pretty enormous. It's going to be pretty formidable from what they can tell. And something that they included in this update was they told us that you're going to be able to capture and ride all of the legendary Magnus. So these aren't just going to be trophies that you have, and you're not just going to throw them away and not really utilize them. You're going to be able to use them in the game. So you're going to be able to ride them. I'm assuming they're going to have some pretty sweet abilities, and that's pretty big. So that means that every Magnus that you find in this game will have some use. And I think that's a really cool inclusion of all these different guys. They're not going to be just stuff you catch once just to say you have and to fill up your Pokedex or whatever. And it's going to be pretty cool to see how those different things interact. So I'm not sure what this guy's name is. I don't know if they actually released its name, but this is the Dragon type legendary. The teaser looks pretty cool. It looks pretty big, and hopefully it will be a pretty interesting boss fight. Also, in this thing, they did a beta key giveaway to 5 lucky winners. So if you haven't gotten into the beta and you want to, I would say definitely keep an eye out on their Twitter, because they have done a beta key giveaway in the past, and they may be doing that more so once the beta is in full swing. So if you didn't get into the Kickstarter early enough, keep an eye out there and you might still have a chance. The last thing that I wanted to show in this video were just all the Magnuses that have been confirmed through the monthly Pick a Magnus little game that they do on the Kickstarter. These Magnus have been voted on by us, the Kickstarter backers, and these are the ones that will be featured in the final game. So in September, here are the different contestants, and we have the winner here, which is the Firespark Fox. So this guy looks pretty cool. He's got his fire thing. He's got this like fire look here, but it has been stated that some different creatures will have different maybe elemental varieties. So he could be fire in this one, and then the other ones, or if he evolves or something, might have some different elemental types. So you never know. These evolutions will be pretty exciting. So that's something to keep in mind. In October, they tried to go for a little bit more of a spooky theme. I think a lot of these look really cool, but the winner was the F1. So that guy will be the Spark Wilshire. I wasn't super excited about this one. It kind of looks a little more like the current gen Pokemon. It looks kind of like an inanimate object, kind of just made into a creature. So not my favorite Magnus by any stretch of the imagination, but there you go. That is the one we will be seeing. Moving on to November, we have these options. In this one, I really liked the F, this fat little owl guy. But there are a couple of different cool looking creatures in this one. And the one that won was the Glasswing Syrian. So it looks kind of like a dragon type of deal. It's got a couple different color variations, so that's pretty exciting. Again, it was a pretty cool choice. I'm glad that that one won. And then we have December. So December, they were going for a more holiday theme. I thought H was hilarious. It's like a little dog stuck in a little, I don't know, snowflake. Pretty hilarious, but I think the winner was C. His name is Ramfet, and he's, again, got a couple of different color schemes. Looks pretty cool, and hopefully he'll have some exciting evolutions that will probably make his horns all crazy and stuff. So moving on to January, here are the options. I liked, again, F, this pig looking dude, looks pretty hilarious. This E guy kind of looks a little bit like the Firespark Fox, so I wasn't super excited about that being an option because we already have one like that. But the winner turned out to be the Spire Fox. Yay. I don't know what the backers' obsession with foxes is. Now we have like 2 different fox creatures in the game. I would have liked very much that a different one had won, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Moving on to February, here we go. A couple of different designs here. I liked the elephant one, and this guy, this looks like a panda with some fighting bracers, and he is actually the one that was victorious in February. So as you can see, there's a couple of different color schemes. The one on the very far right looks pretty badass, so I'm excited to see what Pander has to offer. He looks pretty sweet. And that is it for the different Picamagnuses. Those are the ones that will be included in the game, again, alongside a ton of others. So if you're not a super big fan of any of these in particular, I don't have any doubt in saying there will be a lot of others to choose from. And yeah, that about does it for me for this quick little update. If you enjoyed, be sure to click that subscribe button, because I'm going to be covering the beta in huge detail, live streaming and making video content on this channel, so you're not going to want to miss out. I'm going to hopefully go through like a weapon showcase for each of the different weapon types, in-depth look at each of the mechanics that are available. Hopefully the beta is pretty fleshed out. I have a feeling it probably will be, but definitely stay tuned for all of that, especially if you haven't got into the beta yourself. That about does it though. Have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.